Hey Wargamers, Son of Ultramar here. I kind of like the format of doing these little audio logs here. And one thing we're going to be talking about today is Knights, the Imperial Knights from the new 20 kind of late 2015 release. Um, yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over a few things about them. And yeah, I got the codex, I got the model, just kind of getting down and getting ready to read. Um, Tactics. One thing I want to go over is like when you take these things in a list, you're usually taking them in an allied detachment, or unless you're the Adeptus Mechanicus, you kind of you know don't have to worry about them being allied. Um, they're really fun and they're amazing to play. Definitely take in a competitive list where you're allowed to take super heavies in tournaments. You know, 1,500 points or 2,000 points. They're kind of they're pretty fun to bring. I wouldn't take them in anything smaller than a 1750 list, just sake of points, right? You start throwing in so many points in a lower point list, and the next thing you know, this thing's half your army, right? All right, so I got the codex in front of me, and I kind of want to go over some of the different types of knights and kind of what they can be used for. I won't dive into the formations, but I will go over the war gear and some of the warlord traits they can have. So, yeah, the first one we got is the Knight Errant. This has the thermal cannon and the Reaper chainsword. It's 370 points, pretty good. Standard rules, ballistic skill and weapon skill 4, strength 10, front armor 13, side armor, and rear armor 12. Got initiative 4, 3 attacks, 6 hull points. It's got its ion shield. It's pretty good. It's a lower point. And then you have the Knight Paladin, which is 375 points, so 5 points more. But in this case, it has the Reaper Chainsword and the what was it? Yeah, the Rapid Fire Battle Cannon, which is my personal favorite. Um, yeah, same stats. Weapon skill, ballistic skill 4, strength 10, front armor 13, side armor, and rear armor 12, etc. Still got the ion shield. Yeah, pretty nice. The Knight Errant, I think, is kind of a mid-range because of the thermal cannon's 36-inch range. The heavy stubber on it is also 36 inches. So in that case, you can kind of have that mid-range effect of it, and of course, since knights can move 12, if you already have a deployment zone 12 inches, you're basically moving. You're up 24 inches on from the side of the board. Start of the game, which is always nice. Um, the Knight Paladin is kind of anywhere from that long range to mid range because you got that 72-inch range on the rapid fire battle cannon. Plus, you got the close combat advantages of the Reaper chainsword, and you have your heavy stubber, which is 36-inch range. So it's kind of it's anywhere from long range to short range that you can use this. With that rapid fire battle cannon, it can definitely help you if you kind of want to stay out of close combat. You can definitely lay some shots on with 72-inch range, so it's pretty nice. Next, we have the Night Warden, which you got that Avenger Gatling Cannon and the Thunderstrike Gauntlet, which is very nice. Yeah. Of course, it has all the same stats as all the other knights, but it's 375 points. The Avenger Gatling Cannon's good. You got that range, right? You kind of got that mid range. You also have the Thunderstrike Gauntlet, which is always really nice. You know, if you know the rules about it, which I'll get to later, it's pretty nice. You can get up close with that. It's very helpful. For 325 points, we have the Knight Gallant, which is nothing but close combat. I mean, you have the carapace mounted weapon and the heavy stub or melt gun that you can put on it. But in this case, it just comes with the Reaper Chainsword and the Thunderstrike Gauntlet, which is very, very nice. It's definitely a close combat unit. You definitely want to kind of, run it through cover behind buildings and kind of make a beeline straight to your opponent and, get in close combat as soon as you can. And then my personal favorite, for 425 points, you have the basic long range, you don't want it in close combat. You put it in cover and you use the range to your ability. Is the Knight Crusader. It's got all the same stats as well, but in this case, it has the Avenger Gatling Cannon and the Thermal Cannon, which is right then and there is amazing. You got a template weapon that can deal with vehicles. You have the Avenger Gatling Cannon, which can deal with troops. It's got that, the Avenger Gatling Cannon has that heavy flamer built in, so that right there is good, because you can shoot walk up to a unit, shoot it, use the flamer, and you got that heavy stubber or melta, and you can use that to finish the enemy off. You have the carapace mounted weapons, so you can kind of finish off the unit that way, or if you're assaulting a vehicle, right, you blow it up with or not assaulting, rather, you shoot the unit with the rapid fire battle cannon. You finish off the unit with the Avenger Gatling cannon, and then you just go to town on it, and then you assault. Yeah, it's definitely the long range one. You kind of want to stay out of cover. Other than that, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna go into the formations, so we're just gonna hop onto the back of the book. So warlord traits. Number 1 is Landstrider. Your warlord and all friendly Imperial Knights within 12 inches of your warlord add 1 to the result when rolling distance they run, or their charge distance. That's pretty nice. If you have, was it the Knight Gallant, which is super close combat, that's a good one. Then number 2 is Favored of the Omniscient, which is nominate 1 weapon carried by your warlord. That weapon now has the Mastercrafted special rule. Note, however, this cannot be applied to the heirloom of the knightly houses, which we're probably referring to as the Reaper, the Reaper upgrade or something like that. Then they have the Exemplar of the Joust. Your warlord can reroll failed to hit rolls in any assault phase in which he successfully charges into close combat. And this one is nice. If you're again playing like any kind of close combat knights, you can get up close real quick. Yeah. And then we have Cunning Commander. Your warlord can, and up to D3 other friendly units. D3 other friendly Imperial Knights have the outflank special rule. And now this is nasty. Like, if you got that close combat, or you got the long range, right, you can deploy on the kind of the table edges, and that can be nasty if you can get up there close, like in close combat turn 1, or you get that objective turn 1, and not many people are gonna get up close to a knight unless you got a monstrous creature super heavy of your own. Iron Bulwark. Your warlord can reroll any failed invulnerability saves of a 1. That's always nice. You get that kind of second chance if you fail your 4 up in invulnerable for your ion shield. And then kind of forget, I don't know how to pronounce this last one. Is Knight Senchal? add 1 to your warlord's attack characteristics. If you're playing that, close combat knight, you get in there, that's pretty good. Let's go into the war gear real quick. Ranged weapons, we have the Avenger Gatling Cannon, 36 inches, strength 6, AP 3, heavy 12, rending, which is always nice. Iron Storm Missile Pod, 72-inch range, strength 5, AP 4, heavy 1, large blast barrage. Rapid Fire Battle Cannon, you got that 72-inch range, strength 8, AP 3, ordnance 2, large blast, so it's always nice to have that for, 2 shots, especially on the same target. Storm Spear Rocket Pod, that's the other one I was thinking of. 48-inch range, strength 8, AP 3, heavy 3. Pretty nice, mid-range missile barrage. Thermal Cannon, 36-inch range, strength 9, AP 1, heavy 1, large blast Melta. So the Melta range is 18 inches, nasty. The Twin Icarus Autocannon, strength 8, 48-inch range, strength 7, AP 4, heavy 2, interceptor, Skyfire Twin Link. That's definitely nice if your opponent has any flyers with low toughness or low armor. Then we have the Reaper Chainsword. Strength D, AP 2, melee. So that's very nice. And then we have the rather large section that describes the Thunderstrike Gauntlet. We have range dash, strength D, AP 2, melee, colossal hurl. If you don't know what colossal is, it's basically a model fighting with this weapon piles in and fights at initiative step 1. Hurl. If an Imperial Knight fighting with a Thunderstrike Gauntlet destroys an enemy monstrous creature or vehicle in the sub-fight phase, so basically after you're done making your attacks, it can choose to hurl it. Gargantuan creatures, super heavy vehicles, and buildings cannot be hurled. If a vehicle was destroyed as a result of suffering and explode, result on the vehicle damage table, resolve any damage before hurling it. Any passengers must take an emergency disembarkation, we'll book for that, before their transport vehicle is hurled. To hurl enemy model, immediately resolve a shooting attack against an enemy within 12 inches. That is not locked in combat using the profile below. A hurled unit in the model is removed from the battlefield after the attack has been resolved. So it's 12 inches, so you get to throw it at anything within 12 inches. Then you have strength, asterisk, AP nil, so you get the armor save. It's heavy 1, large blast, the bigger they are. Now, the bigger they are rule is the strength of this attack is always equal to the toughness value of the monstrous creature or half the front armor value of a vehicle being hurled, rounding up fractions. So you get a flyer with armor 12, right? And you throw that, strength 6, or you get the flying creature, right? Or not a flying creature, rather, a flying vehicle. You get a Tyranid, right? You get that toughness 9 or something like that. You throw it. It's pretty good. And of course the Ion Shield, which at the start of an enemy shooting phase, you declare an armor facing, and you get a 4-up invulnerability on that facing till the end of the turn, which is nice. Heirlooms, we're going to do this real quick. The Banner of Macarius Triumphant, all friendly units with the Army Imperium faction within 12 inches of the bearer of this banner must re-roll failed morale and pitting checks and fear tests. Very nice. Helm of the Nameless Warrior, a model wearing the Helm of the Nameless Warrior, has the Rampage special rule. Mark of the Omniscient, my personal favorite. The bearer of the Mark of Omniscient has the It Will Not Die special rule. The Paragon Gauntlet, which is basically the upgraded Thunderstrike Gauntlet, is Strength D, AP 2, Melee, Colossal, Hurl, Mastercrafted, which is nice. The Ravager, which is the upgrade Reaper Chainsword, which is Strength D, AP 1, Melee, Honor the Fallen, and the Bearer of of the Ravager rerolls his failed to hit rolls of 1 in close combat. Sanctuary. The Sanctuary basically is an ion shield, but once you declare the facing for your ion shield, the other armor facings get a invulnerability save of a 6+. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna wrap up this real quick. I'm going to be trying to post more videos for tournament games or casual games that I have with some friends. I'll be trying to post more often. Maybe try and keep it up to, I think, about 4 videos a week, or just something quick. Other than that, guys, have a good time. Have fun while playing, and